Welcome to BGS Institute of Technology, BG Nagara, popularly known as BGS IT, BG Nagara. This is the main entrance of our college. BGS IT established in the year 2005 with the vision of Param Pujya Jagadguru Sri Dr. Balaganganath Mahaswamiji to provide a quality education to the rural students. BGS IT is situated in the lush green pollution-free environment with a plan of 21 acres to provide fully supportive career development for the students. It is also equidistant from Hassan, Bengaluru, Mysuru, Mandya and Tumkur districts. This is our campus map wherein it covers from the main entrance till the electric subsection. It is been displayed over here. It will support for the students and the teachers and the visitors to have a clear picture about our campus when they visit over here. Now let me introduce to our Governing Council member, Dr. C.K. Subbaraya, former principal of AIT Chikmagalur and presently the registrar of Adi Chunchandgiry University. He has done his MSc from Mysore University and secured 4th rank and PG Diploma in Computer Sciences and from Mysore University and secured 1st rank and PhD from Bangalore University. Over to him to give a brief introduction about the Governing Council at BGS IT.
I am Dr. C.K. Subbaraya. Formerly, I have worked in the Adi Chunchandgiry Institute of Technology as a principal more than 22 years. And at present, I am the registrar of Adi Chunchandgiry University. And I am really happy that I have associated with the BGS Institute of Technology as a Governing Council member, which is led by a spiritual leader, Parama Pujya Jagadguru Sri Dr. Nirmalanandanath Mahaswamiji, the Pontiff of Adi Chunchandgiry Mahasamsthana Math, as well as the chairman of the Governing Council of BGS Institute of Technology. After his brilliant career in the engineering as a Bachelor of Engineering, later he joined IIT Madras for his MTech, where he got the 1st rank, and later he chose the path of serving the society as a sannyasi at a larger interest of the society. I am very much associated with BGS Institute of Technology right from its inception, because as a Governing Council and as an various level of technical advisor, so the institute has developed from it leaps and bounds as a institute of excellence in technical education in this rural area especially. The majority of the students are coming from rural background and with an average their merit, and they are coming out of this institution with a distinction. That is a great contribution by the principal, the staff and the faculty with their effort. So, this institute is progressing in this area. The governance of this institute, as a spiritual leader, Pujya Mahaswamiji is leading this Governing Council, and wherein we have the faculty, the principal, vice principal, the faculty representative, and then the AICTE nominee, VTU nominee and government nominee are there. So, most of the whatever the governance and administration and academic matters are there, well discussed and decided often and often, and the decisions were taken and implemented. So, apart from that, the governance of the institute is of course at the advisory level and the council level. The principal is heading the institution, is an able and experienced principal and vice principal, and then the heads of the institutions, the librarian and various other attached institutions are included in the governance, so that every decisions were taken in a very democratic way. So, the policies are well discussed and planned and implemented. Apart from that, from last few years, couple of years, the institute has adopted the OBE, that outcome based education, wherein the students have been given a lot of flexibility in choosing the electives, maybe the emerging areas of their topics, like whatever choice based credit system is there, all those are beneficial to the students. They whatever developments are and the decisions were there which are helpful to the students and the faculty. In fact, faculty have been trained, most of the faculty development program were conducted, and faculty has been exposed to various innovative ideas, the projects and other things also they have been exposed. They go to the industry and other relevant academic excellence institutions, they learn something and they come and percolate the same thing to the students. So, that way the students are benefited. Apart from that, the students have been given an ample opportunity not only in the curricular and extracurricular activities, sports and other activities also. So, students have brought laurels to the institution by earning ranks and the merit prizes, etc., and then in the they excelled in the sports also. So, in that context the BGS Institute of Technology is really I am very happy that under the able stewardship of our Pujya Mahaswamiji, so doing well, and the fact for that I must congratulate and thank the administration by principal and vice principal and all other faculty members and the staff members of the institution. And the institution have been of course developed in this rural area, as I told you, in a spacious 22 acres of land with lush green and sprawling campus have been designed, and a good infrastructure, state of the art lab facilities are created, and students are given hands on training in various chosen projects or in the practical area. So, with this I think I am very happy the progress of BGS Institute of Technology is one among the top institutions in this Karnataka. I wish all the best.
Now we are at Principal Sir Chamber. The leaders always practice the 3 R's: respect for self, respect for others, and responsibility for all their activities. Let me introduce you to the Principal Dr. B.K. Narendra, who is guiding force for all of us and also a true source of inspiration for many of us over here. His areas of research are structures, transportation and construction technology. With more than 30 years of experience, he is guiding many of the students and teachers at BGSIT. Over to Narendra sir to give a brief introduction about the college.
Jai Shri Gurudev. Good morning to everyone. Shri Adichinagiri Mahasamsthanam Math and Shri Adichinagiri Shikshana Trust have been instrumental in setting up more than 500 educational institutions across Karnataka as well as all over India. Shri Adichinagiri Shikshana Trust was started by Pujya Mahaswamiji Shri Dr. Balangangatha Swamiji in the year 1973. More than 475 educational institutions are located in rural areas, and around 1,30,000 students are quenching their thirst for knowledge in these institutions. BGS Institute of Technology was started in the year 2005. The guiding force behind the establishment of this institution was Shri Dr. Nirmalanandanath Mahaswamiji, who is also a technocrat and who has done his MTech from IIT Chennai. Shri Nirmalanandanath Swamiji is the guiding force, and he has been instrumental in framing the policies of this institution. BGS Institute of Technology was established in the year 2005. In the initial stages, they had 4 branches. The branches are BE in Civil Engineering, BE in Electronics and Communication, BE in Information Science and BE in Medical Electronics. Later on in the year 2008, Civil Engineering was started as another branch, and later in 2010, we had the Mechanical Engineering branch. In 2012, Master of Business Administration was started in this institution, and 3 MTech programs, one in Computer Science Engineering, one in Civil Engineering and one in Electronics and Communication was started in the year 2014. I, Narendra BK, am the principal of BGS Institute of Technology. I have completed my Civil Engineering in the year 1984. Later, I did my MTech in 1987 and my PhD in Civil Engineering with special emphasis and research work on fly ash concrete. I started my career as a lecturer in SJC Institute of Technology in the branch of Civil Engineering. I progressed as assistant professor and later professor and head of the Department of Civil Engineering in SJC Institute of Technology, which is a sister concern of BGS Institute of Technology. Later in the year 2008, I was appointed as principal in this institution. I have also served on various bodies such as the Executive Council member of Vishweshwara Technological University, Board of Examiners, Board of Studies, and all these bodies, and I have also held several administrative posts in various institutions. BGS Institute of Technology was started by Pujya Mahaswamiji with the intention of empowering the rural youth. He always felt that all the rural youth are also entitled to whatever benefits are given to urban students. He was a close associate of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our former president. He felt that the adage Pura, P-U-R-A, wherein providing urban facilities to the rural youth was an absolute necessity. So in that way, he started BGS Institute of Technology. He always felt that quality education, if given to the rural youth, they would actually surpass the urban youth, not only in the way they execute the work, but also they would be doing service to their country. Most of the students in BGS Institute of Technology are from an agricultural background. Around 60% of the students are ladies, and even the staff members, the majority of them are ladies. One of the primary reasons why BGSIT has been getting good admissions is because of the very conducive teaching learning environment which has been created in the college. The press point of this institution is we have a very good mentorship program wherein around 20 students are taken up by every lecturer, and these students are mentored from the first semester till the 8th semester. And along with that, we have a very good structured training program with respect to placements. Right from the first semester to the 8th semester, students are given training on the 3 aspects: knowledge, skills and attitude. And these training programs start right from the first semester, wherein they are taught soft skills and other absolutely necessary industry oriented training programs. The progression of the students who come from these agricultural backgrounds with very low entry marks, especially in the PUC, is seen through the process. The 4-year process molds the students into very good individuals with good learning attitude and also with a good personality. By the time they leave the institution, they have a very good confidence in themselves. This is due to the fact that lectures are arranged with respect to various aspects of life, with respect to spirituality, also with respect to confidence, morale boosting lectures by people who have excelled in their lives, and we get experts from various fields to mentor our students. The vision of BGS Institute of Technology is BGS Institute of Technology is committed to the cause of creating tomorrow's engineers by providing quality education and inculcating ethical values. The mission of BGS Institute of Technology is imparting quality technical education by nurturing a conducive learning environment, by offering professional training to meet industry requirements, and by providing education with a moral, cultural base and spiritual touch. One of the main strengths of BGS Institute of Technology is its committed teaching faculty and non-teaching faculty. The faculty of BGS Institute of Technology are imparted regular faculty development programs, and they are also provided a good environment wherein they can enhance their teaching abilities through MOOC programs, NPTEL programs and other such programs. They are also encouraged to take part in R&D programs and to submit proposals for grants. The staff in BGSIT are encouraged to register for their PhDs. They are also encouraged to publish papers, research papers in various journals. They are also encouraged to go in for patents and to see to it that these patents result in good products which would help in creating startups and which would also help in commercializing these products. We have a well established intellectual property rights cell in the college. We also have an incubation center in the college which will help all these staff members to ensure that they register their PhDs, and also which also would encourage them to go in for research at various levels. The staff are also given various amenities. Their staff quarters is provided to them. Along with that, they have been given transportation facilities from all the various cities in and around BG Nagar. We have buses from Hassan, Mandya, Mysore and Bangalore. We also have seen to it that the staff members are provided with medical leave. We have a hospital which is adjacent to our college and it is being run by the same trust. The hospital is known as Adi Chunchandgiri Hospital and Research Center. They provide medical treatment to all our staff members at concessional rates. We also have several educational institutions which would help in catering to the educational needs of our staff members, and this education is imparted to the students of our faculty members at very concessional rates. We also have group insurance schemes and these amenities are availed by the staff. We also have a housing cooperative society which is run by the Adi Chunchandgiri Trust, wherein sites are provided to the persons who require sites to build houses at Mysore. The students are also encouraged to participate in various hackathons. They are also encouraged to take up various sports activities in the college. We have a very good sports facility in the college. A 400-meter sports ground is available to the students. A gym is available to the students, a well-equipped gym. In fact, it is a state-of-the-art gym, and along with that we have facilities for indoor sports like badminton and shuttle and all these aspects. And the students generally make use of all these facilities during their leisure hours. A well-equipped library is there which has more than 42,000 books, volumes with around 16,000 titles in the library. We also have a digital library which was sponsored by the VGST, that is the government of Karnataka has sponsored this particular digital lab. We have the students will be having access, students and the staff will be having access to several journals and e-books. Hostel facilities are also available for the students. Around 400 students can be accommodated in the girls hostel and around 500 students can be accommodated in the boys hostel. These hostels are run through a very well established procedure. We have a warden who takes care, a resident warden who takes care of all the regular activities, and a hostel committee is formed to take care of all the needs of the students. We will also ensure that the students maintain strict discipline in the hostels, and since an anti-ragging committee and an anti-ragging squad is all available on the site, we ensure that these incidents do not happen. Until now, no such incident has been reported to us. The campus is Wi-Fi enabled and the students have access to internet at all times of the day as well as night. This will enable them to take up mini projects as well as projects which would enhance their learning ability. Along with that, we have seen that scholarships are being provided to the needy students. Since most of them are from a very poor economical background, scholarships are provided to the students. We also ensure that scholarships which are being given by the state government as well as the central government, all these things are facilitated through our office. During the recent pandemic, an unfortunate incident has taken place where several of our students' parents have expired during this pandemic. The Adi Chunchandgiri Shikshana Trust as well as BGS Institute of Technology have felt that it is necessary to actually offer succor as well as relief to these students by providing them total fees waiver, and this has been done through our college. Medical facilities are also made available to the students through our Adi Chunchandgiri Hospital and Research Center. An ambulance is always available to take the students to the hospital, even though it is just around 1 kilometer away from our hostels as well as from the college. It is a contiguous plan wherein the hospital is adjacent to our college. We also provide group insurance for all the students, and this has enabled several of the students to take medical facilities. We also encourage students to take part in intercollegiate festivals as well as hackathons. We have a regular cultural festival in the college called as Prajwalana, wherein all the students and staff are encouraged to take part in these events. This is done so that the students indulge themselves in extracurricular activities. Several competitions are held prior to this extravaganza, and all the students willingly take part in these activities. Canteen facilities are made available to all the staff members as well as students. Food court is available next to the administrative block, and these facilities are being availed by all the members of the institution. During the pandemic, we have found that several SOPs have to be followed as per the directions of the medical board and the state government. All the SOPs have been followed in our institution. We have a thermal scanner at the entrance as well as sanitizers at all the various points, and the students are also advised not to meet in groups, and all the standard SOPs, do's and don'ts are being followed in the institution. Outcome-based education is being implemented in BGS Institute of Technology since 2017. outcome-based education, the initiatives with respect to outcome-based education are being made known to all the stakeholders in the institution. The students are being told about OBE, the staff members are well versed in OBE, and we have seen to it that all the initiatives are propagated to the students through various measures such as arranging lectures, arranging workshops and arranging seminars on OBE.
Let me introduce to you all our Vice Principal, Dr. T. Mahadevaiah. He also heads the Department of Civil Engineering. Over to him to give a brief introduction about academic activities at BGSIT BG Nagara.
I am Dr. T. Mahadevaiah, presently working as Vice Principal, also Professor and Head of the Civil Engineering Department. I am a Civil Engineering graduate from Mysore University and a postgraduate in remote sensing from Anna University, and also I obtained my doctoral degree in the field of watershed management, remote sensing and JS from Anna University. I am in this academic field for the past 33 years, and I joined this institution during 2013. Prior to that, I was working for the sister concern SJC IT. So here I have been entrusted some responsibilities in addition to my departmental activities like the Vice Principal. So wherein I need to assist the principal in the academic activities. So in addition to the post of Vice Principal, I have been entrusted as the NBA coordinator. So and also I am the institution advisory board member and also the member of IQAC of our institution. So as an academic in charge, so I coordinate the curriculum activities, teacher learning process activities of the institution. So formative and summative assessment procedure conducting of the test examination, that is the internal evaluation and also the semester in the examination. So all these activities I am monitoring and coordinating. So coming to the NBA, so we initiated the activity during the year 2015-16, and so as a NBA coordinator, the first step is in giving awareness about the importance of NBA and OBE. So we have conducted many faculty development programs regarding giving awareness about the mission of the institute, the department, and framing of the program educational objectives, framing of the program specific outcomes, all these things in the NBA activity. So thus in the institution I am involving or assisting the principal in many other activities like in the cultural and sports activities, housekeeping, and also for the continuous improvement of the activities of the institution.
Myself Kavita BC. Today I will be giving the information about the committees of the institution. As per the government norms, we have 5 statutory committees. Anti-ragging and anti-ragging squad committee is there to prevent ragging in the college hostel. College internal complaints committee to create a secure environment for women. Grievance redressal cell for students and staffs. SC/ST and OBC cell to implement reservation policies for SC/ST and OBC students. In continuation to that, we have the following committees. IQAC we have, that is Internal Quality Assurance Cell. It is chaired by principal and the member convener of IQAC is Dr. Shivakumara Swami. We have a NSS Advisory Committee and it is chaired by Principal Sir Dr. B.K. Narendra and Mr. Shankar S. is the NSS officer. We have a Sports Committee headed by Dr. H.S. Manjunath, HOD Mechanical Department, and the coordinator of the Sports Committee is Dr. Ranganatha Swami. We have a Career Guidance Cell to provide pre-placement training and also to create awareness about the importance of higher studies. This is headed by Dr. M.B. Anandaraju sir and the member convener of the committee is Bharati R. We have a library committee which is chaired by Principal sir and the member convener is Dr. Shivakumara Swami. We have a cultural club for all inter and intra-college events to conduct. This is headed by Dr. Shashikala ma'am and the member convener is Kavya BM. We have a Youth Red Cross chaired by Principal Sir and the member convener is Shweta SN. We have a Eco Club. This is to educate our students about the environment. We have an Alumni Association to maintain the database of alumni and to reconnect with their friends and to provide a guest lecture and employment opportunities for the present students. Thank you.
Now we are in the administrative department, wherein here the students, as soon as they join here, all the documents are being collected here till their degree completion. They will be here, their documents will be kept here, and whenever it is being asked, it will be given back to them, and all the necessary documents are being maintained in this section. So now we have Mr. Lokesh, who is an office superintendent who takes care of this wing, and he also heads the department of administrative. Over to him to give a brief introduction about the setup of administration in BGSIT.
Jai Shri Gurudev. I am Mr. Lokesh, superintendent of in this institution. The management has entrusted me the responsibility for look after the college office and hostels. I am leading a group of efficient and knowledgeable administrative staff. I am looking after admission process and fee collections, service matter of the both teaching and non-teaching staffs, maintenance and monitoring the transportation of the college and hostel inventories and housekeeping. I am looking after all kinds of accounts like salary accounts, PF, ESI and preparation of annual budget, etc.
This is our administrative department, wherein the students walk in here for their admission procedure, and also they will all submit their documents for the verification purpose in this section. So now I am going to introduce it to our scholarship officer, Mr. Suresh. He is our scholarship officer who will assist all the students in terms of all the scholarships available to them. We have with Mr. Puneet, who takes care of the Department of Electronics and Communication with respect to the fee collection and hostel maintenance and other things. We also have in the office section, we have Mr. Nagraj, who takes care of Department of Computer Science, fees collection and students records with respect to hostel and other related documents with respect to the CS students. We have Mr. Nandish, who takes care of civil engineering students and fees collection and other related documents with respect to the civil engineering department. We have Mr. Rachegowda, who takes care of payroll and other related activities in the institution, and also he takes care of mechanical engineering department accounts. To support this, we do have two frontline workers. We have Mr. Madhu and also Mr. Madhu, who takes care of the admission section. This is a boardroom wherein regular meetings are conducted for academic related activities, and also this is just next to the principal sir chamber, wherein all the HODs meetings and other NB related meetings are conducted here. You can see here the documents are also maintained in a proper format so that it can assist for the meetings conducted in this chamber. As a part of safety installations, we have fire extinguisher in all the departments. We have also set up the first aid boxes in all the departments for the safety of the students and the staff members. Now we are at the exam center. It is taken care by Mr. Ramesh JL. Over to him to give a brief introduction about the exam section.
I am Ramesh JL, working as a superintendent of exam section since 15 years. In this exam section, we have a separate computing facility and Xerox, question paper printing with also strong room is there. We have Puneet KG and Purnima assistants in exam section.
Now we are at Department of HRD, which takes care of placement and training for the students. We have with us Dr. M.B. Anandraju, who has done his PhD from Mysore University and who takes care of HR training and placement activities in the institution. Over to you, sir, to give a brief introduction about the training and placement activities conducted in BGSIT BG Nagara.
I am Dr. M.B. Anandraju, Director for the Department of Training and Placement, taking care of various training program and placements for our students. We have structured training program for our students starting from first year to final year. For first year students, we provide the training related to the communication skills and presentation skills. For second year students, we provide aptitude and verbal. For third year students, we provide the training related to the soft skills and technical skills. For the final year students, we wanted to make them industry ready. For that, we are arranging a training program for 30 days. In this program, we are providing aptitude, verbal, soft skills and technical training program. Along with this, we are providing assessments, mock tests for the various companies. Every year, more than 35 companies are visiting for the campus for the recruitment process, such as TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Capgemini, Accenture, Entity Data, Mindtree and so on. So, more than 70 to 75% of eligible students are placing for various reputed companies every year. We have MOU with Justech Private Limited for placement related training programs. She is Ms. Bharti, HR manager for the Department of Training and Placement. She takes care of training and placement for our students in our college.
I'm Bharti R. I'm a HR manager at BGSIT, having an experience of 3 years. I take care of all the training and placement activities which will happen at BGSIT, including training from recruitment. This is a small conference hall which is given to the company recruiters for their discussion after the placements. This is our personal interview rooms bay, and which consists of 9 interview rooms where the placements happens here. The company officials who come here will have the face-to-face discussion with the student, and here we have 9 interview rooms. We have 2 group discussion rooms during the placements where the group discussion happens here as a part of the recruitment drive.
This is our BGSIT seminar hall, wherein we conduct a lot of seminars, workshops, pre-placement talks for the companies, and lot of cultural events, small cultural events are conducted here. This seminar hall contains 180 capacity, and also many short-term training programs also conducted for the faculty members in this seminar hall. Now we are at the central library of our institution. It is headed by Dr. Shivkumara Swami. Now we are at Library and Information Science Department, headed by Dr. K.N. Shivkumara Swami, who has done his PhD in Library Sciences from the Mysore University. Now over to him to give a brief introduction about the Library and Information Science Division.
I am Dr. K.N. Shivkumar Swami, working as a librarian in BGSIT. I am having 16 years experience. I have done my PhD from University of Mysore. The BGSIT Library and Information Center is an important learning resource center with open access system, encouraging the users to browse freely in the stock area. The library is housed in a spacious block. Presently, library has 41,389 volume of books, 16,665 titles and 78 print journals, 10 newspapers, and you have subscribed 12 e-databases from through UT Consortium. Your library has a collection of newspaper, journals, pack volumes, competitive exam books, GATE question papers and university question papers and syllabus copies in all branches. We are library services. We are giving so many services to users community such as textbooks, reference book, periodicals, bibliographical services, CD-ROMs, interlibrary loan, photocopy services, news clipping services, question bank, plagiarism check, WPAC, audiovisual services and digital library. This is our library vision and mission statement. These are department heads of library collections. These are department heads. We are spending amount more than 1 crore for library services and resources. We are at the property counter of the library. Mr. Jeevan take care of this counter. This place is dedicated to students for the keeping their belongings during their visit to the library. This is a digital library, a digital information resource center. We have 25 computers with adequate internet connectivity. We have subscribed to 14 e-databases from VTU Consortium. This is publishers Elsewhere, Springer, Tyranno Francis, Emerald, Nimbus, Turnitin and Net Analysis. Now we are in a circulation counter. This circulation counter is automated. Users can borrow the books from the here like issues, returns, reservation, membership registration, no due certificate, etc. Users can borrow 3 books at a time. Barcode scanner are used in the circulation counter for issues and return of the books. She is Triveni, a library assistant, and Pallavi also library assistant, take care of this circulation counter. New books, journals are shelved on the new arrival display board. This is stock area. This is the most important section in the library. Presently, library has 41,839 of the books. We done barcoding and automation successfully. This is a reference section. Library has a good reference collection consisting of various encyclopedia, dictionaries, and various books, yearbooks, atlas, bibliographical details, and the national and international coverages.
Now we are at the Research and Development Wing of our BGS Institute of Technology, BG Nagara. It is headed by Dr. G.K. Ravikumar. Now over to him to give a brief introduction about the research activities and the publication activities at BGSIT, BG Nagara.
Myself, Dr. Ravikumar GK. Currently, I am working as a professor and head of R&D, BGS Institute of Technology. I have around 25 years of experience, out of which 10 years at the level of professor in various engineering college in Bangalore and outside Bangalore. And also I have 14 years of industry experience, out of which around 5+ years I worked as a data scientist in United States of America to take care of the various retail and healthcare and business customers. Currently, I am taking care of the research activities to promote the research at various departments at the BGS Institute of Technology since 2014. So, coming to BGS Institute of Research activity, our institutions as officially recognized from the research, most of the department of our institutions we are recognized by VTU and Adi Chunchandagiri University. Our around 15+ faculties are research guides. We have around 30+ of our faculties are pursuing the research activities both in VTU and ACU. We have published around 58 research articles in various national and international journals. Most of them are Scopus Index journals. So we have filed around 28 patents, out of which around 12 patents are international patents. International name, it's US patents. Out of 28 patents, we have around 10 patents are published and 1 patent is granted. So recently we have received a state government award for our IP cell as one of the best IP cell in Karnataka state from the Karnataka Science KSCST Bangalore, and also myself I have received a best innovator award for 2021 to file maximum number of patents in year 2021. So I will take you to my research lab, our BGSIT IP cell and the research cubicles for various research scholars and the conference room. So this is our research cubicles, which is exclusively dedicated for the research scholars. Each cubicle will be equipped with high-end system with i7, 8GB RAM and all the necessary required legal software to take care of the research activities. So these are all my research scholars, those who are working with me in VTU and ACU. So this is our conference room, where in which this conference room equipped with a projector and a smart board which is used exclusively for the online classes and the online DC doctoral committee meetings and research activities and all. And this conference room is also used for the Periyar Art search for the patent. So these are some of the patents, the boards which we have published to know more information about the patent and other related activities in the university. These are the cubicles which is exclusively meant for the research files, and some of the files which we have maintained for the PhDs, and some files which we have maintained for the patent. Each patent whatever we have filed here.
Now we are at the physics laboratory. We have Mr. Shankar who takes care of this division. Over to him to give a brief introduction about physics laboratory section.
Welcome to the physics department. Myself Shankara Hesar, heading the department of physics since 15 years. Our department was established in the year 2005 with optimum infrastructure. Currently in our department 2 faculty members along with the instructor and attender. We have excellent laboratory which is well equipped with the recent models like laser diffraction, optical fiber, torsional pendulum, etc. These experiments almost correlated with the classroom teaching syllabus, and also these experiments helpful to the students to enhance their skills and knowledge. Our department is determined to train the engineering aspirants in the fundamentals of physics so that they could apply the basic laws and theories of physics in engineering and technology. We handle common subjects like engineering physics and engineering physics lab at the first year level of undergraduate engineering program.
We are now at the chemistry lab of BGSIT BG Nagara. It is being taken care by Mr. Gangadhar Gowda. Now I request him to give a brief introduction about the chemistry lab.
I am Gangadhar Gowda PH, working as an assistant professor in BGSIT since 4 years. So this is our engineering chemistry lab. We have a well equipped modern instruments and all. So this is the instrumentation area, what you are seeing now. So we have a separate instrumentation room. This is the analysis area, and separate chemical store room also there, and students will regularly visit our lab. So it will help their basic knowledge to improve their basic knowledge. This is the instrumentation chamber. Here we have a separate instrument, and this is our Priyanka madam, Priyanka HOD, working as an assistant professor since from 3 years.
We are at the central lab of our institution. In this central lab, we have around 200 systems. Here students do come over here to do project works and also lab exercises. We have with us Mr. Balraj, who takes care of this section. Many exams takes place like JEE, NEET and other civic body exams are conducted here. We have solar panels installed in the campus which produces 200 kilowatts of power, which is being used for the entire electricity purposes in the campus. As a part of green initiatives, we have many programs. To explain the programs, we have Mrs. Shruti from the Civil Department.
By keeping sustainable practice and green initiatives in mind, the institution has come up with some of the green practices and green initiatives. The external agency Green Aura Company conducts green audit survey every year, which to improve the quality of green environment of the campus. And the institution has Eco Club. Under the Eco Club, we conduct World Water Day, World Forest Day and World Environmental Day every year. And the plantation of the samplings, awareness programs and invited talks are the regular activities conducted by this club. And by the biodiversity, it is observed that the institution has more than 600 number of trees and various flora and fauna. And the institution has named all the major trees and plants with their botanical name, as well as they have numbered all the species. For the e-waste management, all the e-resources are used optimally. If there is any minor repairs, it is solved by, settled by technical assistants, and if there is any major problems, it is also handled by the technical as well as the lab assistants. And the institution has a MOU with SOGO Synergy consultancy, so which issues a recyclable certificate, and it sends all the recyclable materials to the company authorized by KSPCB for their safe disposal.
We have sports facilities in the campus which provides for the physical development of the students and the teachers. We do support the students to participate in the sports activities, both intercollegiate and intercollegiate. So we have a separate sports division headed by Mr. Kumar, is also a physical education director for the institution. This is our basketball court. Now we are at the 400 track stadium, wherein the students plays athletic events over here, and also the students after the class hours do play cricket over here, football, volleyball, kho-kho, kabaddi and other recreational activities are conducted over here. Also our college hosts many VTU level activities such as kho-kho, state level, kho-kho, university level and other activities in the campus. We at BGSIT also supports for the physical development of the students. We have a gym for the boys, which is very much near to the boys hostel, wherein the students after the class hours can make use of these facilities available in the campus for the development through physical. During the admission time, bank representatives will have a separate counter in BGSIT campus. This will help them in opening their zero balance bank accounts. Students with their respective bank accounts can avail the scholarship from all the government bodies and other professional bodies on time without any delay. Now we are at the BGSIT Boys Hostel. It is very much inside the campus of BGSIT. We have with us Dr. S.H. Manjunath, who is the warden for the boys hostel. Over to him to give a brief note about the hostel facilities in BGSIT.
Okay, thank you Rohit for introducing me. I am Dr. Manjunath, Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, who is in charge for the looking at the hostel facilities for the boys. Here you got two blocks of accommodation. One is block A, another one is a block B. In block A you got 83 rooms. In each room you got 3 members of accommodation, and in the other block you got 107 rooms. There are also three companies per room. Totally you can accommodate about 540 students in this both block A and block B. Then we can move forward to see the dining hall facility for the boys hostel, which is located in between block A and block B. So now we will move forward to see the facilities for the dining hall.
We are in the dining hall of BGSIT Boys Hostel. Students are served the food in a buffet system. Then they take their food and they will sit over here and they will have their food.
Now we are in front of the boys hostel B block. This block is under the supervision of Mr. Shivraju. He is taking care of all the maintenance of the room with the supporting staff who are in the B block. Now we will move on inside the hostel block to see the facility inside the rooms which is provided for the students.
We are inside the BGSIT Boys Hostel. Students are allotted to the rooms based on 3 sharing basis as per the AICTE norms. Each student will be given a separate cot, a table, a chair for study purpose, and also a separate cupboard for the storage purpose. This is the RO drinking water facility given to the students, which has a capacity of 3000 liters. This is the entrance for BGSIT Girls Hostel and the staff quarters. We have around 200 staff quarters available, out of which 50 staff quarters are given for engineering and management teachers. And also we have a security for 24/7 who takes care of girls hostel and also the staff quarters. Now we are in front of the BGSIT Girls Hostel. This is situated just opposite to the campus. Now I am with Mrs. Shweta. She is the in charge of Girls Hostel. Over to Madam to give a brief introduction about the BGSIT Girls Hostel.
Myself Shweta, working as assistant professor in the Department of Mathematics. Also I am taking care of the ladies hostel, BGSIT Girls Hostel. So actually in the BGSIT Girls Hostel there are 170 rooms are there in the ladies hostel and occupied by 3 members for each room. And we are maintaining login and logout book for the security purpose, and also we are under the CCTV surveillance. We have a biometric system for the students' daily attendance. There are 3 students occupied by the each room. For each student will have 1 cot, 1 chair, 1 table with 1 separate almirah. At BGSIT Girls Hostel, so we have Wi-Fi facility, power backup, and hot water for cleaning and bathing, and we have a RO water, RO drinking water, and we have 2 shuttle badminton court for students physical activities. Now we are at BGSIT Girls Hostel dining hall, and these are all the supporting staff members. So here in the BGSIT Girls Hostel we are serving food in a buffet system, and students will have food, students will take the food and have it in the other side, another side of the dining hall.
These are our staff quarters which are given to the engineering staff members. Now we are at STP, Sewage Treatment Plant. We have with us Mrs. Shruti from the Civil Engineering Department, also specialized in environmental sciences, to give a brief introduction about STP.
The institution has installed 750 KLD sewage treatment plant of advanced technology moving by biofilm reactor, and the treated wastewater is using for the secondary purpose like landscaping and toilet flushing as well as irrigation after meeting the standard norms. And hence by this method the institution is practicing zero discharge concept.
These are the transportation facilities given to the students and the staff members. We have buses hailing from Hassan, Mysore, Bangalore and Mandya. So we have Mr. Shiv Kumar who actually drives the bus for Mandya, and we have Kumar who drives the bus for Mysore. Now we are standing in front of BGS auditorium. In this auditorium, we conduct graduation ceremonies, induction programs, cultural events, and many other annual day programs are conducted in this auditorium. In this auditorium, we can also accommodate around 2000 plus members, and we also have a balcony wherein we can accommodate 300 plus students in the balcony section. We are at the food court, which serves breakfast, lunch and high tea to the students over here. It provides all kind of foods for the day scholars and other scholars also, for them to have a healthy meal over here in the campus.
This is the rainwater harvesting facility which is created in mechanical engineering block. The water during rainy season, which is get collected from the top of the building, is connected to this filter. We got two filters, so which is going to filter the rainwater. Once the rainwater is filtered here, the filtered water will go and collect in the sump. The excess water will come out and it will be left to the drainage here. So once the filter water comes, it will go to sump and the water is collected at the sump, and this same water is used for potting as well as for regular usage in the department. In the view of green campus process, you have installed the vertical gardening in front of the mechanical engineering block. So this vertical gardening is done with the initiation of Ms. Nishchita KM in association with the students of mechanical engineering block, and also support from the principal. And these plants are grown with the help of the rainwater which is harvested from the mechanical block, and it is utilized for maintaining the vertical gardening.
These are our guest rooms situated in the campus. We have around 12 rooms wherein the guest and the other invitees would like to stay in the campus for any of the pending works which are to be done over a period of time. They can also use the Wi-Fi facilities available in the campus for the work to be accomplished. This is the Gen staff quarters. It contains 20 rooms wherein the Gen staff would like to stay in the campus. They can stay and make use of these rooms, and also the students who are staying in the hostel can take the help of these staff members who stay in these rooms for their academic and other related clarifications. And we are here, we are seeing this is a common facilities which is given to the boys. This is a boys washroom wherein here the boys can make use of these facilities, and the uniqueness of this washroom is the water here, the treated water is being used for the cleaning purpose. We have the restroom facilities available for the students in every department. We are standing at the car parking facility which are provided for the teachers and other staff members in the campus. This is our generator facility which has a capacity of 100 kilowatts, which is maintained by Mr. Ashok, and he takes care of this entire generator section. We also have elevators to help the physically disabled students and other people who would like to make use of the elevators. So we have a connectivity from G to G+3.